Hello? Hi, y'all. Hey, who's in there? Hello? Hello?
It's pretty funny because I can't see him while I'm putting in the title and sharing stuff, getting YouTube already. I can't see what he's doing. If I do, I kind of lose it's like you got to start over. Thanks soon, but yeah, that's pretty funny.
That was funny. I got really
Very
quiet.
good.
I don't know. I guess
I wish I was in a better mood to enjoy that more, but
I think I expanded my screen and made myself bigger somehow. I
well, we
don't know how I
did.
did.
We were fooling around with the Zoom, but I didn't know you did it the
Zoom.
Zoom on your computer settings, like Google settings and print settings. But
Yeah,
I didn't know if you did it on I never did that.
I
But
didn't know I could do it.
I'm
I
like
feel
two
pretty
feet
good.
away from the computer. Good evening, everyone. Um, I honestly didn't come on to apologize. I even listened to what I said this morning. I feel
Better. Sometimes you have to get that, whatever it is, out, no matter what it is. You have to get it out.
but I feel vindicated too, because
Good.
um to be honest, what's going on in California should wake the world up. And what happened was I made a fierce uh, pot of chili today, right? First of all, one with meat, small one without. So I was cooking all day. Come and I look at this California wildlife, like a movie. It's showing you what's burning down. And the people, the comments, they're all like we would say. Now there's only like three, maybe 4,000 people were watching this Crux, I think, CRUX channel. But I couldn't believe it. They were all like good riddance. Um, you know, the all the bad is got like all the Biden is burning down, all the like the whatever way they wanted to put it was fantastic to me. It was thrilling. And it, re- it I regained my faith from it just because I couldn't believe it. Not anybody, there was one or two people, maybe one or two out of a couple of dozen comments that were like, "Do you understand what's happening? People are hurting." And I'm like, "The right people are hurting. The evil people are hurting."
Right. Change your background.
I mean, didn't Mama Helen just told me not long ago that um John Goodman's house went up. It's
Yeah.
totally.
Well, I found a picture of the one of the reservoirs that Gavin Newsom actually emptied. It was the Pacific Palisades um, reservoir that would have helped fight the fire. So no one don't understand what he did that for, but they just need to go and open up the gates and let the water flow down
They
into
have
the
other
reservoirs.
things too. They have sand. Now, the best thing about sand is that it starts at the top and it will slowly go down. They have these these huge tarp now that do these, that just put out right as soon as you wrap the shit, it puts it. Why aren't they throwing these things down? Where's our military? I have the Navy and Air Force right here. They've been
Mhm. You know
quiet.
what?
Everything is quiet.
California is the biggest tech state in the country. There's more tech going on there than anywhere else, and they
It's
let this
Silicon
happen.
Valley is what
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
Well, Silicon Valley's up farther north, granted, but
Yeah, but
still,
it's okay.
they should have already figured out a way to prevent stuff like this from happening. They're so damn smart. obviously.
That's why I know it's the good guys. It's the
Yeah.
good guys.
Well, I believe, like you said, I believe that might be right.
Oh, why? There was a reason you said it. It was interesting.
Yeah, let me get my train of thought back on that. Good God, it was
You said something, let me think. That's wait, no. I think it was Helen that said something was supposed to be built there. I don't remember
yeah,
what
but
he,
see, the okay, so there's all these people are don't have the insurance anymore because it cut it out, right?
oh,
They
that
the
was it.
insurance. Okay, so
Okay.
and all the fires they started, burned them out. They burned out all these people, and they don't have no money to to rebuild. So they're asking. They're going to ask. Of course, they're going to ask we the people. Okay, but what if the good guys did actually burn out all this stuff? Not only does it get rid of the trafficking, the child trafficking crap for the elites, but it also prevents them from harboring the illegal aliens, doesn't it? Isn't that interesting?
Yeah,
Maybe
it
that's
kind of
why they
works.
did it. Maybe that's why they did it, right? I mean, I don't know. I
No,
mean,
I
that's
like,
just
I mean,
speculation, but hey, yeah, I mean, there's there's a lot of weird stuff happening. And when it doesn't make sense, it's probably not true. And this shit doesn't make sense that they would turn off the water and then 3 months before the fires start, the insurance drops. Everybody, 70,000 people, 70,000 people are without insurance. There's got to be more than 70,000 because there's a lot of homes. I mean, neighborhoods, complete and total neighborhoods burned down. That was pretty bad. It was pretty bad for them to let that happen to those people when it was totally preventable. This is Governor Newsom's fault. The whole thing, everybody that died and everybody that lost their house. Now he wants to beg the American people
has anybody blamed him?
for help.
I mean, has any of the celebrities blamed him?
Yeah, they're pissed off. Oh God, they're pissed off over there in California. They're the one lady. There was one lady. What? It's all over the internet. She walked up to him. I want to know. Come on, can I hear what you're saying? You said you're talking to the president. I want to hear. He was lying to her. Can lie to her right to her face. Well, I can't. I can't get a hold of him. I've tried 5 times. You know, she. I want to hear. I want to hear what you say. Look, I don't believe you. I lost everything. I don't have a school no more. I don't have a house. I have my clothes on my. This is it.
They
That's
don't
all I
want to
got.
be
And my
there.
and my family. That's it. That's all they had. Nothing.
They don't want to be there.
So if all those people,
Any good
if all
people
those
were there,
people
they don't want to
leave,
live there.
right? If all those people leave California, do you know what he's got? Man, fuck California so
People
bad.
wanted California to just break off and float away anyhow.
God, did he screw California so
Did
bad?
you share to our friends? I wanted to
Not
see
yet.
if
No, you
anybody
have.
wanted to come on, you know?
I will. I shall.
Like Joseph and Susan, Helen.
Yes.
This will be our
I don't know who
practice
you
test,
shared
even though
to,
we're
but
live,
let's do it to it, Mountain
because I
Dew.
could
You
care
already
less.
shared the megaphone, right?
I think so, yeah. I shared it to, I don't know who that.
I'll show it to you. Share it.
Watching the season finale of Build Back Better. That's a good one. Oh, exactly. This is retribution. You're seeing the
This is the
finale
beginning,
of the evil, right?
right?
And the beginning and the new beginning. The
It's gonna go better.
dawn has come.
It's gonna get going.
Yep.
And you know what, you guys? Remember that
He
old saying.
believes it.
Once it gets going, it's a rock going downhill. It goes slow in the beginning and it picks up speed midway and it freaking hauls ass down towards the bottom.
The
and it's
dominoes
moving
started
now.
falling years and years ago. I'm beginning to see Trump did The Apprentice for more than just a show. Think about it. Think about how much he learned working with all those Hollywood stars. Think about it. How much did that man learn? Okay. And what was his
He's a pretty smart.
favorite
He's a
saying
pretty
on that
smart
show,
dude,
Joe? Joe,
huh?
Joe, Joe. What was his favorite saying on that show?
They're
Come on.
fired.
What's happening in California?
They're fired. Oh my
There are
God.
no coincidences,
He
people.
is so fucking,
I've
he
been
is,
saying it for a while now.
híjola, he's
I'm very
way
happy
ahead of
to
these
have
people.
learned that little secret about the Reform Party. I can't believe I didn't know. It does sound familiar, but probably from Jesse Ventura, because I watched a
Yeah.
few of his, definitely, maybe all of his um
Hey,
conspiracy shows.
you know what we always been saying since
Can't,
this all
can't imagine why
happened.
I didn't click. What?
Remember, remember the phrase we all been using? You can't stop what's coming. Remember the freight train that's coming? You
Yeah.
know, freight trains hit pretty hard, don't they? We should remember that.
We didn't
Freight
start
train's
the
coming.
fire.
That freight
That is a
train is
very
freaking
interesting
hauling ass
song
now,
too.
picking up
There's a
speed.
lot.
Hmm.
Exactly. I agree with you.
They're coming.
I'm still kind of, I'm still pissed and I've got a headache and sometimes I wonder if,
Wonder who.
well, energy is being used. I absolutely believe that. I
Mm,
know it's hard to believe, but I do.
yeah, yeah.
And, um, I was sick last night. Yeah, I think John was right because he didn't tell me. I asked him again and he was like, well, you said you were cold, but when I felt your forehead, you were hot. And I'm like, making sure he wasn't making, because he's very witty, he would call me hot like any any minute of the day. I have a very nice husband. Um, so he was being honest with me that I was like hot. Well, and so maybe I was sick or maybe
Could have had a fever of some kind.
could have been,
Could have been a mild one.
but I felt like I slept. I didn't sleep even though I was asleep for hours. I never sleep like that. Usually I'll wake up, even if I'm only up for 3 or 4 hours and then I take another 2 hour nap. That's me. This time I slept for 10 hours. Like I was achy. And I saw myself on the live this morning and I absolutely looked like I didn't get sleep. But yet I slept all night. I don't know. It was it was a little bizarre to say the least. That's all I'm gonna say. And I eat very healthy stuff. I can't imagine.
Like
Anybody
it's
in the chat?
they haven't said anything. There's people there,
There's
but they
people.
haven't said anything.
Well, I was
But
hoping. You see, they're all
hi
scared.
everybody in the chat.
Or maybe they're pissed at me
Say
from the
hi.
morning. Why did you yell at us? I wasn't. I was yelling at Trump. Not Trump, but then I'm seeing it. Now I'm seeing I know I've always seen it. I've been seeing it
Mm,
that they're working,
yeah.
you know, post haste. And I have to keep reminding myself of that.
Well, Trump, Newsom he's bumming so bad that he did ask Trump
Yeah.
to come and
You
visit
were
him.
saying that before, but
Yeah,
like,
please
what do
come
you
and
mean? How did he ask him?
humble pie. Send a
Humble pie.
letter to him.
Humble pie.
Come on, Mr. Trump. What did he say? Oh, he's had hatred for Trump. He hates Trump so bad. And he said this. I said this from day one. He is weakness masquerading as strength. He's a broken person. You are seeing that. He's becoming increasingly, this is remarkable to be able to say this because he is often graded on the curve and he is increasingly acting deranged and unhinged. That he said that in October. That's what Newsom said about Trump.
Right.
California will work with the incoming president. Then he says like this, California will seek to work with the incoming president, but let there be no mistake. We intend to stand with states across the nation to defend our Constitution and uphold the rule of law. Federalism is the cornerstone of our democracy. It's the United States of America. And he allocated $25 million for lawsuits for the illegals to fight the extradition out of our country. He's calling that Trump proofing America. Now, I'm facing a need for federal help
This guy's got to
because of the
sit down.
wildfire.
You got to sit down.
Mm-hmm. He said this. Let's see. Ooh, look at that. I
You know,
can
I
read
believe
the
his
actual
dick
letter.
doesn't matter, but
Jose, as you prepare to assume the presidency, once more, I invite you to come to California. The hundreds of thousands of Americans displaced from their homes and fearful for the future deserve to see us all working together in their best interests. Let's see where it's trying to pick it up. It's really small. I can't. Yeah. It says he deserved to see us all. Oh yeah, that's interest. Ensure a fast recovery and rebuild with respect and an open hand. Governor Gavin Newsom.
looking at this.
We're all working together. Can't you see it?
Well, they're forced to
Mm-hmm.
because who has control of the army and the navy and the military and space force? Who
You know
has
what
control?
else he has control of that everybody's not really thinking of? You know what President Trump has control of? The DOJ.
Well, isn't that special?
Look, Judge Merchan, you just tried to sentence your boss.
Yeah, I know. It makes no. Oh, God, I get a
If
headache
I
just
was going
thinking
to be
about this
your
stuff.
boss, Merchan, you would be fired.
You're fired.
And
If you ever
I would do
listen,
like this. You're fired, bitch. Get out. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. And no matter what these fucking people say, just because Joe Biden did it, I would say, look, man, I give myself immunity. Fuck you. You gave yourself done it. You did it to yourself. I give it to myself. You gave it to your son. You gave it to all these people. Look at Millie. Millie's a traitor. General Millie's a traitor. I said it from the beginning. He's a freaking traitor.
I
He
got to
needs
take a
the
look at his
gallows.
some of his pictures.
General Milley is a bad man. He went and colluded with the
He
enemy.
sold out for sure. I
He
mean,
sold America to China. He's bad. Oh my God, is he bad? He deserves it too.
I didn't put
He's
up the
Benedict
picture.
Arnold. He's the Benedict Arnold of the 21st century.
McCain, John Kerry,
Mhm.
Obama. Um,
But Milley is the Benedict Arnold.
no, no, no. Listen, now who is the other one? Who's the one that just Carter? There's pictures of them all wearing the thingy on their heads. What are
Yeah.
they called? I can't think of the name. Not the one that a Sikh would wear either. Because the bows are different or the wrapping is different.
A turban?
Well, I think the turban is for the Sikhs. I don't know what they
Okay.
call it.
I don't either. I
But you
really
know,
don't know what they
it's
really
different
call it.
for the
I don't doubt it. And I know you know more than I do about that stuff.
there's the Palestinians are, some of them are just calling for peace. They just want peace,
But some of
and
them are calling for fighting, and I don't
no,
get
no,
which
no,
one.
no, listen,
How
listen,
do you
listen.
separate them? I
There are
forgot.
bots, there are AIs.
Well,
When you actually start hearing the voices of the people, what happened in China? All the people had the American flags out. They were praying to their God.
Buddha.
Could I was gonna say Buddha, but there's a few.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
Buddha is kind of,
He's the main one though over there. Buddhism.
well, that's the saddest thing. We had Hinduism and Buddhism and
And some of the
Shintoism
stuff
or
is
something.
really
They were
cool.
all, and there a lot of them are destroyed. There's not many that, it's sad, but this was not from the Muslims people or the Jews. If you're from Palestine, it's from the Illuminati, who are every race,
Yeah, that they
right?
are. Yeah,
Right?
bad people too. Yeah.
We haven't seen a difference in color or nationalities or, ethnicity. Like, yes, we have. Everybody has been different from Oprah and P. Diddy to, I don't know, who else? The Canadian SOB, Celine Dion, and Cher and Jimmy Carter. And wouldn't he be Irish? I mean, what the hell, people? From the Catholic Pope himself being taken over by the evil. Not the real Pope, guys. The one that was voted in by the Illuminati, which was obviously not who was the one that they kicked out? They kicked him
Pope
out. They
Benedict
got
was
him
it?
out.
Wasn't it Benedict?
I thought was it Benedict? See,
Yeah.
Mama Helen would know this stuff.
Yeah, I know she would.
It might have been Benedict. They said he wanted to leave. Bullshit. Who believes that?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did. I don't think he did. I think they pushed him out.
But the thing is, it was probably the good guys too, because we've had control of the Vatican for a while now. Do you understand?
Yeah, Pope
Understand?
Benedict the 16th.
Pope Paul, uh,
Pope Benedict. Yeah, and they got John his predecessor was John Paul II.
John Paul. Wait,
His successor was Francis, the one now. So it was John
that
Paul
doesn't
II,
sound
then
right.
Pope Benedict the
Am I missing
16th.
something?
Mm-mm.
We got a few people watching,
Mhm.
and nobody wants to try to come
Uh,
on. Did you share to Susan?
yeah,
Son of a. Nobody seems to be around. That's okay. We'll take our time.
always kind of looked kind of evil a little bit the last one, but I think he was actually the good one. Or maybe. I don't know, man. I just don't know anymore, man.
Who?
You guys have got
Mhm.
me all messed up on
Oh,
religions.
don't
And
give me
when
a
I
bigger.
grew up
Who?
Catholic,
Who? Who?
um, Pope Benedict, he looked a little evil. Yeah.
I said that too, but
I just don't.
okay. So if they took out Pope Benedict, there might have been a reason.
Mhm.
Although I think Nancy told me he wasn't. I don't know. And then they had to put in an actor in there anyhow.
Yeah. And then, we never saw that stuff. And then the way I always saw my grandfather and my grandmother, and my grandfather especially. I mean, my grandfather went to church every single morning at 5:30 in the morning. Every morning, without fail, no matter what day it was of the year. He got up and he went to church every day.
That's like my in-laws were like that. Yeah.
Mhm. So and I just my grandfather was a really good man. He was a really good man. So was my grandmother. My mom is. My whole
But you
family.
see,
They're all Catholic. I don't
the
understand.
people that they thought they were doing good, they thought they were doing biblical stuff.
Yeah.
Did they go to, were they educated? Do you
Catechism?
think they were, no, no, no. Do you feel like they were very heavily educated,
Yes.
but they were still whipped by religion, right? There's somebody made a
My mom
point.
went to my mom went to college. My dad went to college. I think my grandma did too because she was a nurse. My grandmother was a nurse at the Crazy House in Las Vegas, New Mexico. That's the state house. That's where the real bad crazies go. And my grandfather, of course, he worked for the roads, but they were both really good. They were both. My grandfather was a military man. He was in the Bataan Death March.
Right.
Mm, I don't know, man.
All right.
So
Because,
I, I just, and then I see everybody that how much they have such hate for the Catholic religion and most people that are Catholics. But if
not
you
hate
saw
for the
how these
Catholic
people
religion.
were,
Why do you say that?
because
It's a
that's what it
hate for
feels
the
like.
organized religion.
Yeah,
Organized. There's a huge difference.
yeah, maybe so. Maybe I'm not separating the two, and that's my problem. So
You
I
do
don't know.
understand there's a difference.
Uh,
Organized. Having
mm,
Christian or Catholic faith in
mhm.
one's own way is not
Well,
the
they were.
same as attending someone's church
Mhm.
and following, like when the nuns used to hit you with the ruler,
Yeah,
right? That's not, who does that?
nuns.
It's not their place,
But it's
you
not. It
know?
wasn't. It wasn't their place. They didn't know what I was doing. I wasn't doing anything bad.
Although I do believe some people deserve a whipping. Maybe they
Yeah.
wouldn't be half as shitty as they
Well,
are.
trust me. When we deserved it, my dad obliged.
I just don't think you think of nuns and you think of freaking you think of what's the other one Julie Andrews did?
Yes. There's Helen. Benedict preceded John Paul. He was supposedly sick, but was started to talk about the shit going on there. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
That was
It's
it.
and I knew that. I did know that. I knew that there was a reason. I didn't know that exact reason. I did know there was a reason. Yeah, and I think he was. I think he was saying, "Hey, this ain't right." Yeah,
Hmm.
good.
There's a little meme someone put up. Science has done more for humanity in the last 100 years than all world religions in the last 5,000 years. That is a very cunning statement. And I'll tell you, at the dinner table when I was a kid and I said
Mm.
that to my parents, oh, it did not go off well with dad.
No, I don't
Because
imagine it would,
I was like
because religion
13 or
was the
14.
cornerstone of everything. That's what we.
That's the
That's
thing.
what
I
we
said,
stand
and
for.
most wars around the world are created by religion. And my father, see,
There
I
you
told
go.
you guys, I started at a very young age. I was like 13 or 14. And I was like, and then my mother said, wait, she's probably right. You know,
Yeah,
being the more patient out of the two, I suppose. Well, dad had a lot of patience too.
yeah.
But I mean, she did. She was like, wait, and it always proved itself. So you got people making robots that can help with the elderly. They can even talk to them. And where a lot of people might be afraid of this,
That's actually not a bad idea.
it is, no, they're all over the place. They're in
That's actually
hospitals
not a bad
already, people. You just don't know it. They
idea.
have these things where they go and they flip people over, so that they don't get the bed sores and they work these people out.
Pick them up.
Robots, these little tiny things. They have the dogs
Hey,
on
hold on, man. I got somebody at my. Not good.
SpaghettiOs. But it's out there. I mean, you have dogs It's like all games. You see, they're playing games. They have dogs at Mar-a-Lago. They got drones over New Jersey, which are now missing. They're they're now goodbye, gone. Like Armageddon, LA fires continue to spread. Three blazes at zero containment.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's not bad. It's busy. Like Christmas week was a little bit.
What'd you say about the fires?
Vance retired. What?
What? Did you say something about the fires out there in
Yeah, there's
California?
zero contaminant.
Yeah.
They're not containing it.
Feels like I
That's really loud. What are they doing? The boys, them boys. Um, Vance resigned from Senate at midnight on January 10th, 2025. That's, yeah,
Right.
okay.
Yeah. That's so he can take the vice president. And they need to fill his seat because he's going to be the vice president. So,
Looks so strange. The fires, because somebody has a picture of the fire of Maui, the
mhm.
Paradise Fire, and the Los Angeles fire.
Yeah, I put one of those up today.
Really? Where?
Yeah. In the community. There's
Really?
one in the
Oh,
community.
that's such a headache.
Yeah.
I need some Goldschlager.
And I said, what about us? They've given us all that money to all those other countries. What about the people that are getting burned out? The hurricane people, there's disasters at home and they're throwing their money out at the other countries. Fuck it. And
I want to
the mayor from LA going out to fucking Africa
Africa. Yeah, I mentioned that this morning because you
to see
mentioned.
that, does she
What was
know
her
this guy?
name? It was a female, right?
Karen Bass. She went to go see the president of Ghana be,
Ghana something.
yeah. Yeah, to his inauguration. Why did she need to go there? Why did she, the mayor of LA, who the fuck is she? That she needs to take taxpayer money and go visit the the new president of
Africa's
Ghana.
freaking far and expensive too. Just
The
saying.
fucking nobody, man. What is she doing there? She had
Right,
no
but
fucking
Joe,
business
it's
there.
supposed to not make you angry, hon.
No, it's supposed to make
No,
him.
right? It's not
Hmm.
supposed to make you angry. Makes me angry for
And
other reasons.
and
I'm
she
angry
did it
for other
all
reasons.
during the fires. She did it during the fires.
Of course she did.
Hmm. It's
Because
her
that
fault.
would be the plan to screw California right
Yeah,
up the ass.
yeah. California, you got screwed bad. They screwed you
Not
hard,
the
yo.
good people. There
Yeah,
are going to be good people harmed,
yeah. A lot
but
of it.
I don't think so. I
Look
think
at how
they were
many
very
people got
specific.
lost their houses. A lot
They're
of people.
able to control it, Joe, and they know. Like I said,
Mm.
Trump did The Apprentice. What did he learn? How long was that on? Am I wrong, people? Doesn't it make sense that he was learning
He
shit at
learned a
that
lot from
point?
those people. Yeah, he learned how they operate.
I want to know if any of the hemp farms, the worm farms burned up,
Hmm. Most of those are up north,
right?
on the other side of
Trump is pro hemp, guys. It
San
doesn't
Francisco.
mean he
Those are
wants
not
everybody
him,
to be stoned out of their minds, but
and
he
they're
is
not
pro
him.
hemp. Good. Because otherwise it looks a lot like Armageddon to me.
Yeah, doesn't it? Yeah, it
Listen,
does.
I was watching one of these shows, you know how I do,
Hmm.
and it was about on YouTube. There was I
Hey,
can't remember
Joseph.
the name of the channel. I'll find it definitely because I want you guys to go and review it. It was about the fake names of Hollywood.
Hmm.
Now, it's always said, would you mute yourself? That's
Can you
really
hear him?
loud. Um, there's a lot of people in Hollywood and they said, "Oh, they made their names to be more fitting or cute or whatever." But the fact is, either they took Illuminati names, right? Or they did it so you don't recognize their names. You don't know their religion, for example. or ethnicity, right? Because you could tell a lot with a name, right? I'm sorry, Joe. I didn't mean to cause any problems. That just was annoying. Did you guys hear that too? I don't know. So and it's very bizarre, some of them. I mean, you go from like a Catholic name to like a Jewish name or something. It, but I have a feeling because I even brought it up this morning. I think about Demi Moore, demigod, right? Who the fuck does she think she is? What is that? What is that? Come on, people. She picked it later on, right? That's not her real name. I really doubt it. Ugh,
Yeah,
disgusting.
that might help. It dampened it a little.
I'm sorry. It was just,
It's all right.
I
No
could hear
worries.
it.
Got some company for the kids. It's my oldest son's friend. He came over to visit. Comes over once in a while.
California, you're fired. I'm sorry. It's true.
Yeah,
Think
they
about
are.
the wording, guys. How many coincidences until it's mathematically impossible? And my
Right.
brain has had so many mathematical disappointments at this point. Ugh. And did you find out anything about more about that drone that hit the plane? I think it was one of the water planes. How did
I
they
don't.
not contain the fire? You just sand, sand. Uh, It's not, I
Well,
don't, it has, come
sand
on,
is
guys.
heavy if you
Water's
pick it up.
heavy,
Well, yeah, but it's easier to move water than it is sand.
but they have no water. So they say, come on, Joe. It doesn't make sense, Joe, does it?
Oh, it was a super scooper drops ocean water.
Let me, yeah.
That's what got hit.
Oh, okay.
It was a Canadian super scooper, and it was fighting the Palisades fire. It was picking up water out of the ocean and then flying it over the fire and dumping it on the fire. But that when that drone hit it, it forced the airplane to be grounded. So they can't use that airplane.
One less house to not save. They haven't saved anything. What's the difference?
Mhm.
You see, now, guys, I want to remind you that propaganda is still legal in this country. It's probably legal in every country because every country sucks.
Right.
But propaganda, as we know it, Obama made possible to be legalized, meaning the media was able to indoctrinate us legally. That's still loud, Joe. It echoes. So if and my question was why didn't he when Trump was in office reverse that, you know? There had to be a reason. Well, now you know why. Because what you're seeing is a fucking lie. Pardon my French. Just trying to go all night without cussing, but I'll try again. Try again. The old college try. So yeah, it's another proof to my billions of proofs in my head that it's all a movie, right? It's all fake. Um, they wrote a book. They did a great job. They fooled the evil, right? They fooled the evil and they got them and they got them good. Melania was picked for a reason then, because it's very close, unless she didn't know in the beginning. Because I think they started dating in 98. I gotta look that up. That's a very close call because But like I said, people had to lie to their family, right? Even the evil, even the good had to, I suppose. You know, FBI agent doesn't go home and reveal to his wife exactly what he's doing.
No, he doesn't.
No.
Nope. Not allowed to.
Um, did you had something else? I thought there
I
was
did.
some.
I wanted to ask everybody what they thought about Zuckerberg ditching the fact checkers. You know, Joe Biden had a fucking tizzy over it. Zuckerberg said it's time to get back to our roots around free expression.
What? What?
What was that?
What did he say?
He said it's time to get back to our roots around free expression.
Biden said that.
Yeah.
Joe
No,
Biden.
no. Zuckerberg did.
Oh,
Joe Biden does not support free speech on Facebook. And he said on social media.
the president of the United States at the moment does not support free speech. You don't have to say anything else after that,
Nope.
right? You
Nope.
could end it with a period there
Yep.
because it means the same exact thing in this country as putting anything after that. Wording matters.
That's right. Fuck Joe Biden and his administration
Oh, it's
and all
just
those
fake.
filthy,
It's
nasty
fake. It's a
fuckers up there.
game. Oh man. You know, sometimes I think
Yeah.
I'm ahead of myself and I shouldn't
Well,
be.
you know what gets me is they go up there, they go up there and they're brand new to the game, and every single one of them becomes a millionaire on our dime. Welcome to the Millionaire Club.
What a
You're in the government.
notice now, there won't be there might be a few movie theaters, but they're gonna die out. They're
Mhm.
gonna die out too. Let actors um be worth as much as the guy flipping burgers. There's no reason why your job makes more money. Really? You already get to go on location, get to go and probably live in a beautiful hotel or a house or whatever the accommodations are.
Right.
Um, it's not everybody that gets to live in New Zealand for years, Lord of the Rings, right? Things like that.
Right.
Uh, Tom Hanks has been all over. Oprah Winfrey all over. These people have been all over the place. And they were allowed to on our dime, on our money.
Yep.
And
We
and
paid
not
and
just
we let it.
taxes, don't get me wrong. We spent it in those movie theaters
Mhm. Sure
or
did.
buying JD Vance's crappy soap opera book or audio crap or Netflix crap.
Yeah.
It's crap. You want us to know your shit? Do it live on YouTube,
There you
right?
go.
Am I wrong? If
Nope.
people want to donate to you that way, that I'll accept. That I think is more earnest.
Mhm.
You want to get back to our roots and foundations? Let's do it correctly. Joe, I can't read the good evening, Joseph. I can't read the chat.
Oh, wow, look at that. Listen to the words of To Hotel California by the Eagles, is what Helen said. It's the
All right.
whole story of what's been going on in California. Yeah, I wonder because all of them do that, right? They all sing about that shit.
Well, yes,
And
because I keep telling you they were allowed to flash it in our faces.
they want
They'd
to
get
make it
more
a smart.
brownie
Oh,
points.
what
It
if
was
they
a
did?
game. Man, killing babies was a game to them.
Yeah.
Raping babies and
Yep.
killing them.
Yep.
Can you fucking imagine?
Why would they burn all those houses down to make them smart homes? Thought most of them were already smart homes, weren't they?
I hope they just make I hope there's a fault and that shit just floats away.
Yeah. Look who's in charge now, what Joseph says. Yeah, he's bumming. He's crying. He's gonna lose his position, Gavin
I
Newsom.
mean, Newsom is begging for Trump, but Biden is president, right?
Right. Yeah,
Let's not skip ahead.
yeah. It's still Biden. Biden's still making decisions. He's still giving our money away. Somebody ought to tackle that man and freaking conk him on the head and make it pass out or something. So he
Is that
can't
really
make any
what's
more
happening, Joe?
decisions. Huh?
Is that really what's happening, Joe?
Yeah, I don't know. Fuck, those
Joe, is
people
that
are
really what's
crazy.
happening?
No, Joe Biden's not making no damn decisions. You know that as well as I do.
Yeah, but are we really giving money to anybody? Does money really matter?
Well, they're saying they are, but I don't think, yeah, it doesn't matter. I think it could be stopped. Maybe. Hopefully. I don't know. They should be able to stop it, it seems like. When Joe Biden took over the presidency, everything that Trump had put in place and was doing was immediately stopped on the dime. Everything. Everybody said, no, he can't stop all that, but yet he stopped it like that. Everything Trump was doing, he stopped.
Right,
Everything.
and nothing makes sense. It just doesn't
Mhm.
make sense. It doesn't.
Doesn't.
Reb shared, I didn't look at it yet, but he shared, did you see it? This is not normal about the wildfires, and then Area 51, it says, I didn't look
Mm,
at it yet,
haven't looked at that yet.
but I answered it. I said, no, it's not normal. I said, It's Q getting rid of the disgusting."
And it could be. It could
It
be because
definitely
we
is.
said you
Oh,
can't stop what's coming, and it's coming. It's going to come harder and faster. It's
Daily
it's gonna
Wire.
it's gonna hurt a lot of people. A lot of people are involved in this shit. People that you thought were good, they're not.
I gotta say, Ben Shapiro is one of the smartest kids I know. He's up there with George Tasakis. I swear to God, that's
There are some smart people in this world.
parents silenced, kids manipulated, doctors profiting. Identity crisis tells the stories that mainstream media won't.
Right.
And he's gonna have a watch Identity Crisis for free, blah blah blah. I might actually take a peek at that. But it's nothing I don't know. It's just I'm very happy that the Epic Times, the Daily Wire, they're hitting it. Boom, boom, boom. They're knocking it out. The conspiracies.
Ah,
Oh, yes.
yeah.
Um,
Look what Helen said. No, Joe, not smart homes. It's a smart city. Like the FEMA camps, you live by their command. Kind of like what was that freaking movie that we watched where they were
Mama, I'll get back to you
there's
on that.
6 movies. They're in that dome.
You can't use that land
Mm-mm. For what?
for anything.
Mm,
You're not going to be able to use that land.
not for a while.
They're not going to be able to build on that. It's all trash now. To get rid of everything, that's going to take, it took New York ages, and we're much tighter and smaller.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I know Albuquerque's a blue place, but it's not where you need to be. Don't come here.
It's it's what?
We don't want them, man. Come on, man. We already got enough of that fucking shit coming in here. We got them from both ways. They're coming from the east, they're coming from the west. Now they're really gonna come in droves. They do. They move out here. No problems. People that live in California have a lot of family here. People that live here have a lot of family in California. It's just the way it is. And now
No,
they're
I
going to
get
come here
that.
because there's no place to live out there.
I don't think you get it. The people that are losing their homes are arrested or dead. They
Hmm.
ain't going
Yeah.
nowhere, people. Good evening, Alan. They're dead. They're dead.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I pray to God you are correct.
This can't be real. They're just
It's
letting this fire continue and
because
then they
there's a
blame some
lot of
poor
freaking
kid.
homes, man. That's a lot of fucking homes that were destroyed. I mean, a lot.
Good. They're evil, evil
Not everybody,
people.
but not every. I
Oh,
don't think
but it's
all of them.
worth it. It's worth it.
Maybe
And
so.
I guarantee that I think I discussed it with Mama Helen that there has to be a ton. Yes, because I think she said it probably leads to Diddy's house. They
Well,
all
yeah, I
have
grant that.
tunnels. That's another reason they can't be built over.
And I grant that.
It
I
has to
grant
be burnt out. Look,
that. I hope so.
these flyers are nowhere. They're obviously controlled. And if I had to guess, maybe we didn't control them from space anymore, maybe from drones themselves. What does it take for a drone to go in the middle of the woods and go fit you? I've seen drones do fire tricks.
Mhm. Well, they said it was like California was a tinderbox because they didn't have the water there, right? So they also said it was no humidity, it's dry,
Who took down
little
the
humidity.
dams?
And then they
Was it
said
Newsom?
yes. And then
So it was
there was
after
on the wire lines, their electric wire lines, there were sparks, and they think that's what started the fire.
the first fire they had that was really bad
Mhm.
was a controlled fire also. I can't remember.
Right.
It was years ago. Trump was in office. Remember
Yeah,
that?
that was farther south. Right.
You
Yeah,
saw
that
the
was a big
trees, perfect,
right.
and then the houses were. This was a test
Yes. Hmm.
for this.
Yeah. Hmm. Interesting thought. Yeah.
Newsom had his hands tied behind his back, it looked
Yeah.
like. I mean, they might not have been tied, but he was saying to people his hands are tied. It was over then for Newsom and Pelosi and them. Yeah.
Yeah, I
That
don't think
must
he's
have
going
been
to be
like seven,
president now.
seven, huh?
I don't think he's going to be president now.
Oh no. No, it was all a plan. It was all
Hmm.
planned. They tested it. They really did because you could see that the trees were standing and the houses were down.
Right.
Not plausible. That's not how it
And I
works.
grant you that. Yeah, I do. I mean, there's
They
all
weren't
kind.
even
Yeah.
singed. It didn't make no sense.
Right. Trees
And
were
it
not
wasn't
burned
just
at
one
all,
or
just
two
the houses.
pictures. You saw many. Yeah.
You're right. I do remember that. I do
And
remember.
it seems to be happening yet again. It's going in
Yes.
a certain order.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Lasers like Hawaii could be. It could have been. I mean, but you know what? Look, you guys, all it just took was just one, and
The
then the fire
lasers,
would spread because the winds were so freaking crazy. The winds just took over that,
yes.
just
Yes.
made it nuts.
They were smart, like D-Day. They waited for D-Day as they waited for a windy
Mm,
time.
right. And the wind
They have
came, they knew it.
meteorologists in the military that actually know weather. They've always lied to us in the media,
Mhm, mhm.
right?
Yeah.
It's
When
a
are they going to start telling us the
plan.
truth?
No matter
Yeah.
what you tell me, Joe, it was a plan.
Yeah, I can get on with
You can
that.
get
I mean,
behind it,
yeah,
can you?
yeah.
Finally.
I'm not gonna.
Don't be
I'm not
confused
gonna.
again.
At this point, I ain't gonna discount nothing.
And lasers can be in drones too. There's no
Hmm.
reason why they can't be.
Right, right. It's Mama.
Yeah.
Hey, Ellen,
Hey, what's up?
Does anybody else want to
King,
try
and
to come
you, and
in?
Carolyn.
Joseph Allen.
Hmm.
Tonight is practice night, although we're live, so I get it if you don't want to try it.
Come try it. Come along and try.
Carolyn, getting back to what you said before, I had to come on, even though you could see I feel like shit.
Oh, I'm
Um,
sorry.
when you were talking about the fire when Trump was in office,
Yeah.
that was back in 17 or 16.
Right.
That
Yeah, it
was
was very
Dianne Feinstein. Dianne Feinstein and her husband. They were
that was
trying to build this type of subway. So they wanted that land. If you notice, the fire was running on one straight road so they could build this subway. I wanted to tell you that this morning.
I still think it was the good guys.
No, it was them. They were involved in it. Dianne Feinstein.
They were gone by then. I'm really beginning to see how early this started. Don't you guys see it?
I
Trump
remember
did,
those fires from back then too.
I
None of the trees were burned.
exactly. Newsom, there was a picture of Newsom. Trump was walking, maybe Don Jr. was with him. I kind of remember that. I'm not sure if I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
I think they did visit, didn't they, the Trumps?
Yeah, the Trump
Yeah,
went, right.
yeah.
And Newsom was like with his hands behind his back, like his hands are tied behind his back. They were taken out then.
Hmm.
They showed them what they can do. Feinstein, you crooked bitch, you Chinese spy bitch,
Hmm. I
right?
think she was. Yeah, most of them were.
Our
Harry.
military, and I'll tell you something else I'm realizing, our military probably was in control during Obama. Probably close to the end, maybe 2 years, um, 14, 15. I'm telling you.
Yeah, well, you could tell that that's true too because the military, the guys that were in the military,
Hey, Alan.
Hi,
whenever
Helen.
they were,
Go ahead. Sorry.
when they were supposed to go on a detail for Trump,
Hmm.
they did it very willingly,
Hmm.
and they made it known that they would die for Trump.
Right.
They didn't want to do shit for Obama,
There you go.
and we're talking about the Marines.
Hmm.
Now, Milley was Army,
Marines
right?
were on Trump's side.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. We knew Milley was a crooked bastard back when 9/11 happened.
Mhm.
Was it? I don't remember
Because
that.
all
He's
that
not
gold
crooked.
disappeared on his watch.
He's not crooked. He's a fucking traitor.
He is a traitor.
Well, whatever
I
He's
you
a
didn't,
want to
I
call
didn't,
it.
traitor.
I don't remember him back then, but in the
He's
beginning, I
Benedict
thought he was
Arnold.
okay, and then I started reading up on him. I'm like, oh, jeez,
He
no.
was
That is
in
one
command.
man that
He
needs to
was
see
in
the end of a rope.
command during 9/11.
He was a general though. I,
Yes.
he was a general back then. Right there is
Mhm.
a clue. I don't know. I'll look that up. I'll look that up. Ellen says 100% covered for the next 180 days. High speed rails for sure.
Mhm. Well, that's what they're trying to build now. And they've spent like 13 billion on the high speed rails, and they haven't even
But
built a section of the track.
now that's what we could probably build there. I wouldn't put anything. I bet that place has been seen. Ugh. Does it go by the Bohemian Grove? Where is that? I don't even know where that
I
is.
think the Bohemian Grove is up north, up above San Francisco. I thought
That may be.
because that's where they grow, right? The growing is up above um, San Francisco. So is that
Grove,
college that teaches you how to
Bohemian
grow.
Grove.
Oh,
The
that
Bohemian Grove.
bar.
yeah. Oh, yes, that yeah, that okay, that place. Yeah, that's something different.
And
Um,
it's very secretive how to get there. Only certain people know how to get there. Now, what I wanted to ask you, when they show you an overview aerial picture of where the fires are, did you ever notice if there's a pattern like a pentagram or any of that shit?
Um, no, because the one I've been watching is very close. All right, it's not that close, Monte Rio and where the fires are. So you probably are right there, Joe.
But
The
there's
views
tunnels
I've
to
been
get there. It's not a regular, oh, let's go take a ride to Bohemian Grove. No, it's like
Yeah.
underground shit.
well, some of it, but they have it's a restaurant. It's a bar restaurant club. And then they have the backside. I mean, we've had Reagan went there. We have pictures of people there and the big owl and
Yeah.
stuff. It's
Yeah, it's
outdoor.
up above San Francisco.
Yeah. And it's got like how many acres? How many acres is Bohemian Grove? Because I think it's like upwards of 40,000 or something or more. People live there. There's like 200 residences there in the back. That's Freaky Friday to me.
It's huge.
How many acres, Joe? Old people.
That's where they have all that devil worship and shit going on.
That's right. And they serve human flesh. Nothing, Joe?
Do you remember that
Mm.
Supreme Court justice who died? What the fuck was his name? The guy with the
Scalia.
black hair that they said he had a heart attack.
Scalia. Scalia?
Yeah, yeah. He was part of that Bohemian Grove shit.
Yeah, I heard that too.
And
It's a
the little
men's
guy
only
that
group.
he was molesting was the one that fucking killed him.
Mm.
The Bohemian Rhapsody was, oh my God, and listen to the lyrics, guys. It's about this place. Um,
By Queen, yeah.
oh, yeah. It says it's only 2,700 acres. No way.
Yeah. No, 27. Yeah,
Oh, 100
2,700.
members.
2,700, and it's 75 miles north of San Francisco.
Right.
And it's a men's only group.
Don't, no. That's
No,
what
it's not because
no.
Hildebeest is there.
That's what it says.
Yeah, we know, Joe. We know. Um, I know that Google isn't lying, but they're not going to tell you everything.
Notable members over the years have included Clint Eastwood, Henry Kissinger, Walter Cronkite, Richard Nixon, Ronald Reagan, Charles Schwab, Ambrose Bierce, Bret Hart, Mark Twain, and Jack London. Those are some
Oh,
people.
Ambrose.
fucking Illuminati.
Yeah, welcome. Welcome to the and Ambrose and Reagan was there. Reagan was there.
Yeah, 27.
Ambrose, I believe, is the name of J.D. Vance's company, the blood company. Sorry, guys. That I don't think that's a bad conspiracy, but I don't get much of it talked about. So I'm gonna keep the whole J.D. Vance thing at a minimal. I mentioned him today. I probably won't mention him hopefully for
That's
another
why
couple
it's
of
called the
weeks.
secret society.
Oh, I know. Well, we know. We all should know by now. Um, let's see. Hey guys, good evening, good evening. Thanks for joining us. I was gonna actually share some of this stuff, but um I don't think it's the night to do it.
Wow,
Um
25,000 to join. $25,000 to join.
That's piss water for most of these people.
Yeah, they steal that much from us in a couple of months in our taxes.
Exactly.
Oh, they only
You're gonna tell me
discuss
they think
literature, art, music, and drama. That's
I
all they
can't
do.
believe you're reading this bull. Just ask us. We know what it's about.
Literature,
They're,
art, music, and drama.
they're right.
The four pillars of life.
Reagan thought he was, I think Reagan was all right. And he thought he was in on the right thing. Nancy was wrong. Some reason I honestly think Nancy and Pelosi were related. A lot of these people are related, right? They all have different
oh
names
yeah,
in Hollywood,
definitely.
which fools us even more, huh?
Definitely. You're right.
Yeah,
All interbred motherfuckers.
they are. That's what, and luckily, it got to them finally. It got to them mentally. Because you lose,
That's where it comes from when you said that they changed their names. It's like code.
it is.
We can't tell
We,
you that
that
we're
I'm second
related.
cousins to, Brad Pitt in Washington,
Right, right.
the
And
General
Bush
Washington.
is related to Obama.
Right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They're all related. I do have a couple of those lists.
Keep the
I gotta
power
put
in
some,
the family.
well, that's
Inbred.
exactly what
Remember
a
the
monarchy
inbred?
is.
Remember the inbred we saw, Carolyn?
Oh God, that was so
It
gross.
was nasty gross.
That was so gross. I can't even imagine why they let these things they're not people. What are they? I don't even know. Ugh.
No, man.
Okay. So I think I got everything out that I wanted to get out. Any of you got anything left? Otherwise, I got a bad headache. I might have to take off these contacts or something. I don't know.
Okay. No, we got everything out. We talked about a lot of stuff tonight.
Oh, and just so you know, Mr. Joe, I got that meme up by myself.
Ah, you're
Mama
awesome.
Helen's putting up
You're
memes for us
awesome.
guys.
You're awesome.
Um,
Now you can do another one.
I did too.
Yeah.
she already did too, yeah.
Nice. I'll go in there and look. I got home, I got on, and here we
I was
are.
like, we're gonna go live, yeah, so he
Right
wanted to
away.
get some
Yeah.
information down.
Didn't even eat dinner.
Guys, thanks for joining us.
Right.
Mac,
Please. Thank
Joseph,
you.
Mac, Allen. I
Tell
can't
me.
remember right now, at least my head is like maybe I am sick. I don't know.
Let's get ahead.
Or maybe they're using my energy.
Crazy.
I'm sleeping for 9 hours. No, I'm really up in a different world, right? Who the hell knows? I don't know.
Run for your life.
My husband, I was making fun with my husband because he's like, because it's warmer now than it was this morning and this afternoon. And he's like, I can't believe it. By 11 o'clock, it's going to be 61 degrees. It's going to go up 2 degrees at night. And I'm like, well, maybe it's the fire we're feeling. We're feeling the fire from California. It's getting hot. He was like, no, that can't happen. I'm like, yeah, maybe it can. Who the hell knows?
Billy Joel, we didn't start the
Start the
fire.
fire. Guys, listen to those lyrics too. Billy Joel, I don't think he was a bad guy, but I don't think he was great either. I mean, he
Well,
always
he never
redid.
confirmed whether he was Republican or Democrat, but
That doesn't even
I
matter.
think he's on the fence. I think he's still on the fence.
No, the fact is, was he in on it or not? It doesn't matter if he's on the fence about Trump. Was he one of them or not? That's what matters. And Billy Joel, again, he knew because We Didn't Start the Fire was another song that pushed it right in our faces
Who started?
that he got credits for. So, but I know he married young girls, a couple of young, right? His first one was that model.
Christy Brinkley. He
Yeah,
had a daughter, Alexa, with her.
right.
And this wife that he's with now is like 30 years younger than him. And he has two small little girls.
But that doesn't
One's
mean that,
about 4 and one's 7.
ugh, can't imagine sleeping. But it doesn't
And he's
mean
in
that,
his 70s.
I know, that's what I'm saying. But it doesn't mean that he did it P. Diddy, It doesn't mean that.
No, 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 no way, no way, no way,
You don't think he did?
no,
Well, I mean,
no. I will.
even,
I'm not buying that. I would no. I would no, and I will drop dead if I find out he did.
well, I'm not saying that he got it from behind Mama. I'm saying maybe he was with somebody too young, right?
All it takes is one time.
No,
Right.
no, I
I'm
don't
just
know.
suggesting we don't know. Because like Bruce Springsteen, I hate him, but I think he didn't go for very, very young, but he went for young, mature women, you know, 16, 15, 16,
Yeah,
17, 18. Yeah.
he's a dirtbag and a half.
Yeah. But they
I mean,
weren't like
this is a
3 or
guy that
4 year
tells me,
olds like
"Don't
some of these
come to my
creeps
concert
were
if you're
raping.
not gonna let a man go in a woman's bathroom." Fuck you, you piece of homo shit.
Yeah. Is it? That's really a dead giveaway. That is. You see? I don't know. Some things are and some things are not. But let's say goodnight because I really
Good
have to take.
night.
I
Good
don't take.
night.
I don't take medicine unless I really, really have to.
I think you need to.
I've had headache this whole time. It's all your fault, Joe. Joe.
Of course.
Joe.
My fault.
Mama Helen. Joe.
Fucking
Helen.
Joe, it's all your fault.
Fucking Joe.
It's always my fault.
But maybe the aliens are sticking things in my head
Are
or
they going like that?
the other dimensional people and they're
They're
putting
trying to
this.
clean her brain.
Yeah. Oh my God, take away the foul words. That'd be nice.
Yeah, well, you want to know something? I'm just glad I didn't come on because I heard you in a rant like I did this morning.
I
I mean,
didn't rant tonight.
I flew on this channel this morning.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Good night, Alan.
Good night.
Take care,
Good night,
folks. We'll see you.
cowboy.
Good night, cowboy. Remember the 13th? We're all getting together about 6 p.m. Eastern, probably an
Monday.
hour before that. And we're
That's
gonna practice.
Tuesday.
It's
Monday.
Monday. And we're gonna either practice
Monday.
Saturday night or Sunday afternoon. We'll have a practice without going live. Okay, guys?